Hello class. Today we are going to learn about or started our new chapter number 3, electrical machines, in which the first topic here we are going to cover about a transformer. Particularly in that also we are going to see about a single phase transformer, in which their construction, working principle, EMF equation, current ratio and voltage ratio. All these points will be covered within a topic of transformer. So start with a basic question. What is an electrical transformer? Answer should be or transformer typically. What mean by a transformer? A transformer is a static device. It means it doesn't have any moving part like a motor. There is a rotor in a motor which is moving part, but like this there will be no moving part in a transformer. That's why this machine or this device is called a static in nature. So repeat, a transformer is a static device that consists one, two or more windings which are magnetically coupled and electrically separated. Focus on these words: magnetically coupled and electrically separated. Electrically separated, there will no a wired connection between two TW2 circuits, okay, or two coils here. And magnetically coupled because the lines of force, that is flux, is linked with both the circuit. That's why here saying a magnetically coupled and electrically separated, or with or without a magnetic core. A transformer is a static device which consists of one or two or more than two windings which are magnetically coupled and electrically isolated with or without a magnetic core. Electric transformer transfers the electrical energy from one circuit to other circuit by electromagnetic induction principle. Yes, we know about it. When two TW2 coils are magnetically coupled, then there will be a induces EMF which called electromagnetic induction. The winding which is connected to the AC main supply is called a primary winding. Obviously, the secondary winding means the winding which is connected to the load or from which energy is drawn out by a device is called secondary winding. These two windings with proper insulation are wound on a laminated core which provides an electromagnetic path between these two lines is called core of a transformer. While we go on studying the construction, we will see all these details. So next is, see this figure first of all. Here, as we talked, there is a magnetic core or which we called a transformer core. This base or slight blue color core over here is called magnetic core or transformer core, on both sides of which, opposite sides of a core, coil is wounded, and the coil which is connected to the primary is called, which is connected to the input supply, this is called primary, and the next coil which is connected to the load, from where we draw the energy, from where we get the output, is called secondary. Okay, so let's take a words. When the primary winding is energized, means it is connected to the supply with alternating voltage source, and alternating magnetic flux or field will be produced in the transformer core. Yes, it is absolutely true. Whenever there is a AC input voltage is applied to the coil, there will be a magnetic flux around the coil. This magnetic flux amplitude or the amplitude of the flux is depend upon the applied voltage magnitude. Also, the frequency of supply. We know the supply frequency is 50 Hz constant if you are using a 230 volt single phase AC over here. And also the number of turns of the primary side. While we studying the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, that time I told you that induced EMF E is directly proportional to the magnitude of applied voltage. Larger the magnitude of applied input voltage, larger will be the induced EMF. Also, if a number of turns of the coil is go on increasing, we will get a larger quantity of EMF also. The flux which circulates through the core and hence linked with a secondary winding based upon the principle of electromagnetic induction, this magnetic linking flux induces a voltage in the secondary winding due to a phenomenon of mutual induction. Whenever we give a supply to the primary induces a magnetic flux which will link to the secondary, and we get output at the secondary while we apply input to the primary. This concept is called the mutual induction. This is called the mutual induction between the two circuits. The secondary voltage depend upon the number of turns of the secondary as well as magnetic flux and the frequency of the input AC voltage. Transformers are extensively used in electrical power system to provide variable values of voltages. Yes, by using a transformer we can increase or decrease the output voltage and current at the same frequency. Frequency is not going to be changed over here. Only the changes happens with values of voltage and current only. Therefore, by an appropriate primary and secondary turns, we will get a desired voltage ratio by a transformer. Now we will see transformer constructions, in which a very basic form, there must be a core on which winding should be wound so that we will get increase and decrease the voltages across secondary and the EMF due to the mutual induction phenomenon. The main parts of a transformer are core, which also called a transformer core, and windings primarily and secondary, a tank or a container, and bushing and conservator and radiators. First we will see about core. For high power applications, whenever there is a high power applications like an industrial uses, transformer core is made up with high permeability material. Permeability is a property of a magnetic material which should give a easiness to pass to the magnetic flux. High permeable material which provide a low reluctance. Reluctance is opposition to the flow of magnetic field, magnetic flux for the magnetic flux. Why we using a core? Our core type, a core material should be a high permeability and low reluctance, so that we will get a maximum passage of magnetic flux from primary to the secondary winding, ultimately result in a magnitude of EMF which we get across the secondary. The cross section of the core would be a square or a rectangular shaped, as we seen in the figure. That is, a core is a square shape. On the opposite side of that, or that arm on where the core is wounded are called limbs. Generally, the iron core transformer provide better transformation compared with air core transformer. Air core transformers are used for high frequency application at about 2 kilohertz frequency, which is much larger than the 50 hertz. Whereas for low frequency application below 2 hertz, low म्हणजे 2 kilohertz पेक्षा कमी, iron core transformer are generally used. In all types of transformer, core is made up of silicon steel or sheet steel laminations. There are laminated plates which get compressed to form a core, which are assembled to provide continuous magnetic path for flux. With this lamination core, eddy current losses are minimized. Why we use a lamination for construction of core? The reason is to reduce eddy current losses or minimize the eddy current losses. The thickness of these laminated sheets of steel are 0.35 to 5 mm and are insulated with a varnish or oxide or phosphate and then formed as a core. There must be an isolation which provided by a varnish generally. For a better magnetic properties, hot rolled grain oriented steels or cold rolled grain oriented steels or high B laminated are used. These are a material. In case of small transformer, core is construction with hot rolled silicon steel laminations in the form of capital letter E, I, C, I, O are used. How this will be, we will see in a constructions details. Next is a winding. Windings, generally the two TW2 windings is used in a transformer. Namely, primary which is connected to a AC source and secondary which is connected to the load, which are made of high grade copper. The insulated stands or standards, the conductors are used as winding for carrying high current. This insulations avoids turns contacting with each other. Why we use the insulation? The reason behind that, to avoid a contacting of windings with each other, so get a further damage overcomes. Here in this figure we clearly seen that these are the windings actually. Windings, though it look like a single, but there is a laminated core compressed over here, and from this input and output will be drawn. On base of which it is wounded is called a core. Windings of a transformer. The voltage connected to the primary winding is called primary voltage, where the induced voltage which is induced in a secondary is called secondary voltage. If the secondary voltage is more than the primary is called step up transformer. We already discussed about it. If less, it is called step down transformer. Therefore, the windings are designed or designated as high voltage and low voltage windings based upon voltage level. Compared to the low voltage winding, high voltage winding needs more insulation to withstand or compatibility with high voltages. Also needs more clearance to the core and the body. The transformer coils can be concentric or sandwiched coil. Concentric coils are used in a core type transformer, whereas sandwiched coils are used in shell type transformer. In a concentric arrangement, low voltage winding is placed near to the high voltage winding. The high voltage winding is placed around the low voltage winding for low insulation and clearance requirements. The most commonly used coils for the transformer include helical, sandwiched, disc or crossover coils. Other necessary parts for the transformer are conservator tank, which is used to provide necessary oil storage such that the pressure of the oil under heavy load settles down. When the oil in the transformer subjected to the heat, naturally oil expands and contract under this. The oil is subjected to the heavy pressure. So, without a conservator tank, there will be a chance of bursting the transformer or explosion over there. The bushing provide the insulation to the output terminal to be taken from the windings of the transformer. This can be a porcelain or condenser type bushing and based on the level of operating voltages. These are selected because of simple, durable, rough construction. The transformer require a little maintenance because of there will no moving part. The efficiency of a transformer is very high, which is may vary from 95% to the 98%. इन मराठी ट्रान्सफॉर्मर हे एक स्टॅटिक मशीन आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये कसलेही मूव्हिंग पार्ट्स नाही आहेत. ठीक, मग बेसिक पार्ट्स काय आहेत तर कोर आहेत, वाइंडिंग आहे आणि ऑइल टँक आहे. कोर म्हणजे काय, ज्याच्यावरती कॉईल वाउंड करतो, बेस आहे तो एक. आज कोर कसा असतो तर कोरनी हाय परमेबिलिटी दिली पाहिजे, जास्तीत जास्त मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्स पास होतील असं मटेरियल आपण चूज केलं पाहिजे आणि लो रिलक्टन्स पाथ असला पाहिजे. वाइंडिंग्स जनरली अ कॉपर मटेरियल, फाइन कॉपर मटेरियल. जे कॉइल्सचे वेटोळे इनपुटला दिले जातात त्याला प्रायमरी म्हणायचं, ज्याच्याकडनं आपण ज्याच्या अक्रॉस लोड लावतो त्याला सेकंडरी. कोरच्या एका साईडला जेव्हा आपण वाइंडिंग लावतो त्याच्या अपोजिट साईडला वाइंडिंग केली जाते. कोर जनरली स्क्वेअर शेपचे असतात. आता कन्स्ट्रक्शनमध्ये आपण बघत असताना ऑइल टँकचा उपयोग केला जातो. ऑइल टँक का वापरायचं तर टेम्परेचर व्हॅरिएशनला कम्पॅटेबिलिटी द्यावी म्हणून ऑइल टँक वापरायचं. जसंही टेम्परेचर वाढलं जाईल तसं ऑइल एक्सपांड व्हायला सुरुवात होईल. लाईक अन ह्युमन बीइंग, ट्रान्सफॉर्मर ऑल्सो ब्रीदिंग अँड दिस ब्रीदिंग ॲक्शन शुड बी टेकन प्लेस विथ हेल्प ऑफ दिस ऑइल टँक. ऑइल टँकला कूलिंग करणं, तो हॉट होतो तर त्याला कूल करणं, म्हणजेच काय ट्रान्सफॉर्मरचं ब्रीदिंग ॲक्शन. ठीक आहे. नाव मूव टुवर्ड द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ ट्रान्सफॉर्मर. Transformers are classified into several types depending upon the various factors including voltage rating, construction, types of cooling, number of phases of the AC system, the place where it is employed, etc. Now let's discuss one by one based upon the function. If we take a concept or the primary basic is a function of a transformer, then the transformers are classified into two types. On the conversion of voltage level, these are step up and step down transformer. Step up transformer, in step up transformer the secondary voltage is more than the primary voltage. This is due to the lesser number of coils in the primary compared to a secondary. This type of a transformer is used to raise or increase the voltage to higher level. These are used in transmission system and are rated at high power level. Step down transformer. In step down transformer, secondary voltage is lesser than the primary voltage due to less number of turns in the secondary winding. Hence, this type of a transformer is used to reduce the voltage to a specified level of the circuit. Most of the power supplies uses step down transformer to keep the circuit operating in a range to a specified safer voltage limit. This type of a transformer are used in a distribution system or power transformers and in electronic circuit or electronic transformer. We also used a step down transformer while we discussing and studying the rectifier circuit in DC power supply system. It is to be noted that the transformer is a reversible device, so it can be used at both step up and step down transformer. For example, if the circuit needs high voltage, we will connect the high voltage terminal to the load, whereas the load or circuit needs low voltages, we will connect the low voltage terminals to the load. Okay, now constructionally, this is primary. The windings of primary is larger than secondary. Now it is step down, step up. Secondary windings are more than primary. The ratio of voltages of a transformer is determined by the turns ratio or numbers of primary versus numbers of secondary turns. With the use of a larger number of turns in the winding, higher will be the voltage produced in that. Hence, a step down transformer has lesser number of turns on secondary to produce low voltages and has more turns on a primary to withstand high voltage level of the AC supply. Okay, now the turns ratio is typically taken as primary voltage by secondary voltage, which is equals to primary turns by secondary turns.